In modern medicine, we commonly hear about lifestyle diseases. The type of food we eat and the activities we are indulging in, it reflects on our health. It is predicted that the number one killer disease in 21st century will not be cancer, hepatitis, AIDS, it will be stress-related diseases. And one of the root cause why we are under so much stress is we have forgotten to live in harmony with nature. Now, great thinkers and philosophers have said that unless we learn to live in harmony with nature, this problem is going to become worse. Now, one of the gifts of Mother Nature is animal cow. It's a sacred gift to humanity. Not only it nourishes us with its milk, but it also has potential medicinal values in its urine. But materialistic life has contaminated to the rampant use of fertilizers and pesticides, the food which is natural, even that we are not very sure to what it is contaminated with. So in my practice as a dermatologist, I have used cow's urine for cases like eczema and psoriasis, and surprisingly I have found dramatic results. But unfortunately, there is one problem I am facing whenever I tell my patients who have the faith. They are helpless, saying that where are you going to find cow in a city like Bombay? So this is a dilemma. I hope that it is easily available, lot of potential value, medicinal values, can cure many skin diseases. I have seen some results, but if cows are also urine is available, then it can be of great use. Okay. Till now in my practice I have experience with cow's urine, but I have heard, and there is a lot of references about even cow dung, which has medicinal values. And maybe if there is proper documentation, there will be a lot of skin ailments or other diseases where this can also be tried.
We are living in a world where propaganda, advertising govern the lives of most people in this world, their lifestyles, their food habits, everything practically. But let's keep that all aside for the time being. Let's talk pure science and logic. If we have to decipher as to what type of food is most suitable for human consumption, we simply have to compare, say for example, a herbivorous animal like a cow to a purely flesh-eating or meat-eating animal like a dog or a wolf or a lion. And keeping the human body as for comparison, we can see that as regards the length of intestines, the acidity in the stomach, then the predominance of strong molars, sweating from the pores, and numerous such anatomical details confirm that our body has been designed for the consumption of vegetarian food, unlike the animals who are carnivorous. Even beyond that, going purely by evidence, by clinical evidence, by research evidence, it is a myth to think that non-vegetarian food is healthier than vegetarian. And the reasons are very simple. there was a belief that one requires very high protein to be having a strong body. That was in the 70s and early 80s. But research revealed that actually we do not require so much high protein. What happens when someone takes high protein diet? First of all, most of us, unless we are very athletic people, we require only average or medium consumption of protein. When you take a pure protein diet consisting of flesh, the stomach finds it very difficult to digest that, because we are not, as I said, designed for that. That proteinaceous food creates a big load on the pancreas and the liver and the stomach to overexert itself to be able to digest that food. Most of it remains undigested in the small and especially the large intestine, where the rotten food putrefies, it decays, it decomposes, produces very noxious toxic gases. Not surprising that you find that many people are suffering from colonic cancers, diverticulitis, chronic constipation, and various such motility disorders of the intestine, because the decomposed food is not eliminated soon because of our long intestine, like a herbivorous animal. Protein, even if it is digested, generates a very toxic end product called as uric acid. Uric acid levels are found very, very high in the blood in people who eat non-vegetarian food, oftentimes. This deposits in our joints, causes a condition called gout. Apart from that, uric acid being very acidic, as the name suggests, it robs the bones of its very vital supply of calcium. As calcium is leached out from the bones to neutralize this acid, as you know, calcium is alkaline, therefore it is used to neutralize the acidic uric acid. So the body starts losing rapid and valuable calcium from the bones, leading to a very disabling condition called as osteoporosis. The bones become weak, fragile, and prone to fractures. Meat per se is a very low fiber diet. Every sane man knows that a very important component of diet is fiber. Even if it is insoluble or even if it is not digestible, that fiber, that bulk, adds bulk to the fecal matter produced, thereby it entraps toxic material and throws it out from the system. When you eat a low fiber diet, most meat products are low fiber and high in fat, high in cholesterol. The high cholesterol is a dangerous sticky substance which enters the blood, and the stickiness leads to thickening of the arteries. Again, a very dangerous condition ensues from chronic consumption of low fiber, high cholesterol, high fat diet called as atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is thickening. Sclerosis is thickening. Thickening of the blood vessels. Now just imagine all the blood vessels are supplying vital nutrients from the blood to all the organs. But if the supply is reduced, compromised by thickening of the vessels, then each organ is receiving less blood because the blood is thick and the arteries are hard. The lumen of the vessels gradually reduces. Blood supply gets compromised. All of you know at least several people who have suffered from heart attacks. What is a heart attack? Thickening of the blood, narrowing of the vessels, clot, damage to the heart. Paralysis, thickening of the blood, narrowing of the vessels, less blood to the brain, paralysis. So who can afford to have all organs of the body suffer from reduced blood supply because of thickening? So eating a high fiber diet with whole fruit, salads, sprouts, vegetables, full of roughage, that binds the cholesterol, prevents it from getting into the bloodstream, and keeps the blood fluid and thin so that it can easily flow effortlessly to all the different organs of the body. In this way, we can see that not one or two but several important diseases, cancer, atherosclerosis, hypercholesterolemia or dyslipidemia, osteoporosis, and many such diseases are generated from eating this. To preserve, for example, talking about cancer for some time, to preserve the meat, it is a dead food from a dead animal. It has to be preserved to preserve its natural looking color, which is not going to be there very soon after decomposition. So the nitrites added are strongly carcinogenic, and we find that people who consume this have various type of cancers of the colon, the bladder, stomach, etc. So on the whole, by logic, by science, by research, and I can vouch for in my practice, last 20 years I have been practicing as a physician, I find that people who consume a balanced vegetarian diet are less prone to these chronic disabling and disorders than my meat eating patients. So I think there is much more evidence than this, of course, to research, but I suffice to say that it is prudent to not get biased by peer pressure, by Western influence, but stick to the traditional Indian diet which our ancestors consumed for generations upon generations together, lived long lives of 90 years plus, with teeth in the sockets and strong bones and joints to walk for miles. They never suffered from heart attacks. We need to learn simply from our predecessors, just follow what they ate, simple vegetarian diet, with a happy positive attitude towards life, and we can all enjoy a long and comfortable life like that. Cow urine came to me as a product which I started considering for my own health last year. I did my sonogram of the liver and I found that my liver was enlarged, condition called as fatty liver. And I came across some research papers which mentioned, Ayurvedic research papers, that cow urine is good for fatty liver. And I wanted to give it a try to myself. And I consumed it for about 6 months, about just 5 ml of Gomutra Ark or concentrated Gomutra in the morning in 1 glass of water. And I did my sonogram after 6 months and found that there was more than 50% reduction in the fat accumulation, and my sonography report had improved significantly. So I feel there is something which is there, which is very, very useful, which can be explored and can be used for treatment of liver conditions, and I also am aware that for many other conditions which are otherwise not tackled through modern medicine, it can be taken as a add-on supplement for these chronic diseases.
I think doctor.
Yeah, these are very positive developments, definitely. Today we see, if you see now the cancer, the scientific society is trying to eradicate the cancers, but still this is far from a reality. There are so much investigations, modalities which have come up, treatment modalities, chemotherapy, surgeries, so much complicated instruments for treating surgery, for treating the cancers, so many toxic drugs which are very costly, they have also come up. Still the cancer cure is very far from reality. So if you look that towards this progress which occurred in treatment of cancer by urine therapy, it's really remarkable. We must look at positively towards it, because there are hardly any elements which have come up in prevention and treatment of cancers. So this cow urine therapy may work wonder.
Regarding the immunomodulatory things, immunomodulatory.
Yeah, definitely. There are some reports that even this urine can even immunomodulate or enhance our immune system. It helps to generate more immunity to our body cells by enhancing our immunity. So definitely it's a positive response. This practice as such we have heard from is going on from ancient times to increase the immunity or boost the immunity or increase the cancer or any disease fighting capacity, that urine's power to know to enhance the body's power, immunity is known. It's allopathic community may not accept this presently unless there are firm evidences, but still I would say that definitely there is chance. Yes, these are very positive developments, because nowadays if we see in cancer world, there are so many therapies which have come up, the treatments which are very complex of nature and very costly also, but still now we are still very far away from the cancer cure. There are surgeries which are very complicated, there are chemotherapies which include very costly drugs and prolonged treatments, there are highly costly radiotherapies with so much side effects. But this cow urine has come in a big way, which we see that there are so many reports say that cancers have been cured even in third stage, fourth stage, and or other the cow urine has been also found to be effective in prevention of many diseases. The cow urine has shown that it is has very immunomodulatory properties. It enhances the immunity or function of our immune system cells like lymphocytes or cancer killer cells. This is a very positive development. This urine has been used in India by our old sages since time immemorial. So we really look positively towards this urine therapy as a measure which will help in preventing and treatment of cancers in future. Again, as you see today, the antibiotics, some time back whole world was again running behind to search various antibiotics, newer and newer antibiotics, higher and higher grades of antibiotics. But now the search is in little reverse way. Now they are towards probiotics. Now the scientists cannot no more manufacture better and better antibiotics, because they are finished with their exhausted with their supplies. The WHO has said that for next 10 years they cannot manufacture any new antibiotics because of so much loss sustained by pharmaceutical companies. So now the probiotics have come. What are the probiotics? Probiotics are the organisms which are the normal bacterial flora in our intestines. These have been found maintaining the homeostasis in our body, that is the maintaining the equilibrium in our body. So now these bacteria have been used to treat the various diseases, infective and non-infective aligned, and they have been found that very effective in treating both type of diseases. So it's very useful development. But if we see, the curd contains all these probiotics, the buttermilk contains all these probiotics. And if you go to buy a probiotic medicine, a tablet will cost you more than 10 rupees. But if you drink one glass of curd or buttermilk, it will just cost you 1 or 2 rupees, and you will get so many probiotic bacteria. So it's almost like a free of cost. It's much better than the probiotic capsule. So cow milk, which is source of buttermilk or curd, has got so much probiotic properties. This really needs consideration. So in short, what I want to tell is, cow and its products, especially urine, the milk, the curd, they are really definitely can be helpful to prevent the diseases and to cure diseases. So in summary, what I would like to tell is that the present research which shows that the cow urine has been found to be very beneficial in prevention and even treatment of so many cancers is a really remarkable thing. We really hope that cow urine comes in a big way for treatment and prevention of cancers and so many other diseases, which is actually told in our Vedic Shastras or Vedic scriptures. Hope this comes true, so that even so many people who cannot even afford to buy a single capsule will be able to get the treatment from this cow urine, and so that we are also very happy that whole world be eradicated of the disease and live peacefully. So, in the form of cow urine, we may be very near to that magical pill which everybody is looking for to cure almost all diseases. Hence, we need to promote the cow science very strongly. Thank you. So, I hope that the government agencies will promote this cow science and help the doctors so that to successfully treat the patients or community at large by making them disease free.